Good
Hello.
evening, everyone. I'm Crystal, and this over here is my good buddy Thom, and we are on Dragonmount. I have decided that I need that music to be my intro anywhere I go.
Just like when you walk out?
Well, I'm walking into like a classroom to go deal with a behavior. Like I kind of need that hype music to get me going. I need something.
You have to practice. You have to practice walking in slow motion so that you can pretend to be in slow motion as you walk into the room too. Yeah. What up?
Make them laugh.
It's a string and a
all of our friends here.
And a Glenn and a Matt.
Peter and Glenn. Hey guys.
What's up, friends?
Happy Monday night.
Yeah. Yes. Doing this on Monday is really. Is that Luna? No. Okay. I heard a sound next to me. I thought it was Luna, and I got excited.
Guys, be warned. Our supervisor isn't here. So.
Oh no, it was him. He's here. You can see there's his tail. Yay! He's going into his spot. Oh no, maybe he wants some pets.
Hi, buddy.
I was afraid that he might not be here today, but he's here now. He brought himself.
He has to keep us in line.
It's true. So did you guys see the Wheel of Time rumor mills exploding from Anna Rapunzel?
Hey. No.
What was it? Yosha posted on his Instagram that he's going to do press stuff. So now everyone's now picture? Yeah. Everyone's now agreeing with. I think I don't remember what you said, but I know I said it was going to be April, mid to late April. So
that's where we landed. God, that would be great.
Yeah, we also found out that since they're going to be doing one of the press tours in Brazil, one of our many, because apparently we have like Dragonmount. When I say we, I mean Dragonmount. Hello, sorry, I wasn't paying attention enough to you. We have people all over the world, staff members all over the world. Dragonmount has spread everywhere across the planet, and we have people in Brazil and Australia and Europe, and we have someone down in Brazil, so he may get the chance to sit in for the press junket that they're going to do down there. So we'll see. And that's Humberto. He's pretty cool dude. He is in charge of the Patreon stuff, and he's been working with me on getting the new Patreon stuff going, which should be ready for the coming new year. But maybe keep an eye on. I don't know. Like some sort of big event that happens in December for Wheel of Time folks to
whatever that's called.
Yeah, I don't remember, but we may have some stuff for that. Oh well, hopefully they do better. I really hope they actually put in some effort into it, because I feel like one of the biggest things that the Wheel of Time TV show is suffering from is a lack of marketing, especially with merchandise. So, though I don't know who to.
Their only design. Where it is, where I gotta go. That's it. Yeah. That's what they have.
I had to go with my shirt today is just how I'm feeling, so I just had to wear this.
I feel that in my soul. I like very few humans. Very few.
The whatchamacall though, I don't know who to blame. I don't know if we should blame Amazon or Sony for that still, because I don't know which one of them has the rights for it. But anyway.
Well, also because they know. I mean, if they seem to understand this fandom, they could be making money off of us. We would buy it. This is ugly, and I bought it, and I bought the pants. So
this is. Wait, I did. Oh yeah, pajama pants, right?
The pajama pants with a little logo on the. Yeah, and they fit horribly too. They're not good pants, but I still wear them.
Wonderful. But speaking of not good pants, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to segue from not good pants into our lovely, fantastic guest that I want to get back on the screen, because I love
people that we like.
It's true. It's true. I think it's been almost like 10 years since I've known Ashley at this point now.
Wow.
From like JordanCon stuff. Like we weren't always like not that we weren't always friendly. Her and I used to be enemies. We hated each other. No, I just we didn't know each other very well, but like having done so many JordanCons together, I feel like we've been friends for like 10 years now, at least. Friends that you only see once or twice a year, but that is usually what happens with conventions. She's a fantastic human being. She's the author of several books. what was it? The Dreams of Chaos series. I think there's 3 books currently. And also a NASA employee. So chat her on any of the UAP questions that you have. She may or may not be able to answer them legally. We'll see. But with that, look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay!
Or like that when I join meetings.
Right.
Other teams.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That would be. I feel like you need more of like a science fiction-y like synth theme for that, though. If it's going to be like,
yes, get some like tinny muted like womp womp trumpets in the background too.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Hey Luna, there he is.
Yeah, I'll turn my Luna camera on so it could be on him while he's sitting, because I think he wants love now. He's going to sit in my lap for a while.
He says, "You woke me up. Now you love me."
It's true.
He is the boss.
Thank you.
Hey everybody in chat.
So yay, yeah. The because I'm again very good at my job, I forgot to upload the picture of your book that you sent me, but I will upload it while Crystal says hello to you and talks to you about your book and the things that you do for a minute.
Well, hello, Crystal. While Slacker over there is working.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, he is quite the slacker. So can you? I am so sorry. I have not read your book. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. So Dreams of Chaos series it's a young adult fantasy alternate universe. I created my own pantheon and mythology for that one, which for me, I've always been a big mythology buff, and creating my entire lore and the pantheon for it was really like the biggest driver in making me write this series. That and I think Tom and I have already bonded over this, but my longstanding love of Terry Pratchett and the entire Discworld series, part of this is also my homage to him and my greatest inspiration. And the series itself, it's a little tongue-in-cheek at points, but it's also a subverted chosen one series.
Okay.
So while the first book, yes, of course, my book has a talking cat. Have you met this cat lady? Actually, it has multiple talking cats and 4 talking cats, which are actually the same talking cat, just split into 4.
Ooh.
It's so book 4 will be the final book that I was hoping to have out by this next Jordan Con. I'm crossing my fingers.
Yay. Well, maybe we could do like a release party or something.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be fun as long as it doesn't get delayed again. But Stephen keeps making me build houses, and writing takes a backseat to that.
So where can we get your books if we want to read them?
Oh, so anywhere online that any online storefront, any whatever e-reader choice you prefer. Amazon, of course, is just the easiest, if not the evilest.
I know. It can be both.
And I posted the link to your website in our chat, but also something to remember that I always try to bring up when we have authors on here is one of the biggest things, and you can confirm or deny this, but I think I already know the answer. One of the biggest things that you could do for an author especially in the online space, is leave a review for the book. Like just leave a review for the book. Like that's the biggest thing, especially for Amazon, like the way their algorithms and things work. The reviews are very, very helpful. So please leave reviews for books.
It is. The care and feeding of authors definitely starts with reviews. It's better than money. I swear to God it is.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get a shot. Oh, no, wait. Are you going to your house now, buddy? What are we doing? Just don't lay on the keyboard, okay?
Yeah.
All right, he's going into bed, I think.
My cats are at home without me.
Aw. Oh, yeah, right. So as you were saying, you were living in the woods, and you guys were building houses.
Yeah, it's difficult to become a full forest hag, but we've got like and it's not just like we're past the end of the county line or the end of the county road, way out in the woods, close to like a national forest, and the hollow that we're on, or holler if you so choose, it actually backs up to Bankhead National Forest, and so we've got a lot of the same critters that run through there, lots of big feral hogs, and there's about 1,000 acres of wooded timberland that separate us from the end of the road. So I came to this lovely hotel tonight so I could have static enough internet signal just to talk to you guys.
Well, we love you and we appreciate that. Thank you.
It's better than hearing me cussing every time it drops.
But that is fun though. That is also fun to have.
Maybe for
Oh,
you, not so much for my boss.
That's fair. That's fair. And I remember you posting your adventures in building a home in over the last. It was like over the course of over a year, I want to say, because you guys did everything yourselves, right?
We
Mostly.
we're still doing it technically. We moved into
Yeah.
it before we even had power completely hooked up.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
It was. I'm looking for the link right here. I thought I had a. I don't. Well, yeah, if you guys wanted to check it out. So the name of our house, and we've got a website for it, it's minimumfalcon.com because it is a tiny footprint. So we have the minimum falcon.
Okay.
That it's
Oh.
Yeah, we moved
no,
into
go
it
ahead.
with no power, no plumbing. We were just like staging out of a camper and doing the whole hard thing that, yeah, don't do it. I don't recommend it, but it was an adventure.
All right. So speaking of critters, Matt Stagger wants to know if you were a fan of D&D.
I am. So I've not played a lot of classic D&D games. I think I played more Pathfinder and Call of Cthulhu and some IC RPGs. I think really Call of Cthulhu is really my favorite, but my longest campaign was a Pathfinder campaign.
Okay.
So just a fan of tabletop in general.
What class were you in Pathfinder?
Ranger or Druid, of course, fitting my forest hag status.
Yep. Druid is definitely my favorite. I have a shirt that a DM got me from a past campaign that says I'm a druid, and it has a picture of a bear on it because, of course, I turned into a bear all the time.
I can't imagine why. There's no resemblance at all.
Yeah. I resemble a bear in many in all aspects of that word in my physical form.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm looking at
somebody went out there and found the website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't actually updated it in like 2 or 3 years.
Thanks, Nomen Garden. That's Nomen Garden. Nomen Garden is our
he keeps us in line.
Yeah, he does. He's very he's prolific, Nomen Garden. We love him here.
That is fantastic.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. So the other thing about me, so I'm a teacher now, but my first career, like right out of college, is I was an interior designer. And I started to get I paid to do the training to get my LEED certification. Which is like this
awesome.
Yeah. And then the market crashed and there was no money to be made in what I did anymore. But I am obsessed with like sustainable design. One of my parents' really good friends built an earth contact home out here by me. And it was just, the whole process was fascinating to me. It's very, very cool.
I need to see all about that. It's really hard to find other people in like the tiny home and the sustainable community, and just trying to find somebody to build the insulated concrete forms and the earth-formed underground home that we're doing was really freaking hard. That's one of the reasons why we end up doing like almost all of it ourselves, is there's nobody to do it around here. And it's Alabama. It's not exactly the eco-friendly capital of the world.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then getting people to get out into a remote area is probably hard too. I remember you lamenting on getting deliveries and things like that was also.
Oh yeah, it took us like a year just to get things to show, and our mailbox isn't even all the way back by us. It's just at the end of the road. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, good times. So so obviously, as I said before, you work for NASA in your day job. So the UAPs. Now I'm joking. And I'm guessing, like you said before, you work from home, so that's pretty cool. The obviously, I would assume something as a division of the government that's as tech oriented as NASA would probably promote working remotely a little bit more than some of the other stuff in our things nowadays.
We really, you would think so. We really rallied during the early part of the pandemic. They were cheering all of our efforts with work from home or work from anywhere, I think they called it. And we delivered everything on time, on schedule, we were really rocking it. But once the move for return to work across the industry really started catching up, they're creeping us more toward more and more on-site work. Like right now, our requirement is only 3 days, but I think some parts of Marshall are going back to 4 days a week on-site. So I think we're going to start losing more and more of that telework, which terrible commute, but it's I still get to say I work at NASA, even if I have to drive more than I used to.
Drive into it.
And
Yeah.
put on pants and bras more than I used to.
Damn it! That is the worst part. That's got to be the worst part.
Oh yes, it is. I guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, I like to be able to wear pajama. What are you doing? I like to be able to wear pajama pants whenever I want, and no bra.
Yep. And for
Right,
some reason,
Luna?
they won't let me do that when I'm presenting in front of a bunch of managers.
Bullshit. It's the patriarchy, is what
Thank
it is.
you. It is.
Right, Luna? Luna knows all about that. All right. So, but speaking of D&D, we're going to be watching Vox Machina. So, did you are live plays things that you watch, or did you get turned onto this through the animated series, like live D&D plays?
No, so the first time I found out about Critical Role was, I think it was probably their second campaign. I never watched it consistently, just on occasion, but so one of the creatures from my book series, now my book series first came out, the first book was published in 2012, and the character that was created in that one was Graham, who was the bear goddess's warrior battle bear that she rode into battle, and he was armored and had like a rhinoceros helmet and everything. I'd have to find it. I think probably on my website, ashleychappellbooks.com, there's a picture under the character extras of Ursula sitting astride Graham, the bear. And people kept saying, oh, people who were watching Critical Role and had found my series later kept saying, oh, you copied this from Trinket. It's like, hey, mine came first. So then I started watching it. That's the whole way I found it, was people were accusing me of plagiarizing Critical Role.
Okay.
Oops. But,
I'm looking to see if I could find the image for you. Speaking of, I've been pulling a lot of stuff from, like, you know, the behind the scenes stuff from Critical Role and Vox Machina. Did you know in the series, Mercer is the one that voices Trinket, the bear?
I shouldn't be surprised. He voices just about everybody else that shows up on occasion.
It's true. Any like unnamed character, like, I mean, he does have the additional voices credit, but it's like really most of the unnamed characters are him.
So have you guys, related topic, have you guys been playing Dragon Age Veilguard, the new one?
I have, yes. It's fantastic.
That was, see, I was surprised to see that he voices so many characters in that one too.
So many. I mean, like, I didn't realize how many characters he's been voicing for like so long too. He's been in media for a very long time. Like, I honestly thought that he was like a more recent thing, but no, he's been around since like the 90s, like the mid to late 90s. I think he started doing voice acting, and he's been in like a lot, like I think like 500 or 600 different things. Yeah, I think actually Akira, when was Akira? Was it the early 90s or the 80s? Because I think Akira was his first thing when it got dubbed.
I feel like that was 90s, because I feel like I was in high school.
Okay. Akira, I believe, like, as we talked about it when we were introducing the show, I think Akira was his first voice acting credit, and I believe it was the 90s, or someone in chat will find it and correct us. But it was at least the late. I was at least or most the early 90s. So yeah. And then I know he did like Mobile Suit Gundam and Sailor Moon. He was on a bunch of X-Men stuff and like so many video games. So many video games. Yeah, I know he was in Dragon Age Inquisition too a bunch.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I saw the credits for Veilguard and I went back and looked. I was like, holy shit. I had no idea. It was 88. Oh, so
there you go.
Not high school yet. Maybe that's just when I found it.
I remember it would come on MTV.
It's on track.
Late at night a lot back in the day when I was a kid. Oh, there he goes. Now he's in his bed.
Yay. Does that mean we get the Lunacam now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect.
Once he lays down. Oh no.
Maybe he'll give us a show.
He's leaving again. Where are you going, buddy? He still wants pets, I guess.
I was 4, I think. Yeah.
I was 4.
Only 4.
Yeah, we're babies. I know.
Oh, so young.
Though I think his most prolific character, or his most famous character, is probably Sephiroth from Final Fantasy 7 or
Solus is a dick.
7 or,
Yes, he is.
yes, he is. Are you playing or have you played any of the Dragon Age games?
I'm going through this whole executive dysfunction thing where I really want to go ahead and get and start playing Veilguard, but I really want to finish my Inquisition playthrough first because I still
Fair.
haven't finished that. I've started it and restarted it like 5 times, but I've never finished a full playthrough. It's kind of like the bar that I can't allow myself to play Veilguard until I finish that one.
I understand that. Like, I'm a completionist in games, and it's like it's really bad for open world RPGs because I always end up like level 6,000 before I even like get to like the second act of a quest because I've done every single side quest. I've killed everything that you could possibly kill. Like, but I also need to complete the prior games before everything. I was a little upset with the new, not upset. I mean, I understand why they did it. It's been 10 years, but I really enjoyed how you can upload your saves from the previous games and really carry stuff over. In the prior Dragon Age,
like they did with Mass Effect.
Yeah. They didn't do that with Veilguard. You do make some character options during character creation. You there's a couple of things you choose, and then as you play through the game, events from Inquisition will come up, and you get to kind of choose which way they went through conversation choices. So it's kind of like you're still kind of picking the events of Inquisition, but it's not the same as like when you would randomly do like a side quest, and then because you chose to kill the person or save the person, it would change the way the side quest plays out in the next game. But I enjoyed that.
So you can actually like retcon your own game?
Kind of, yeah, you can. The thing I'm most upset about is though I don't get to have my my love child with either Morrigan or Alistair, depending on which playthrough I uploaded. Now Luna's sitting in front of my monitor. That's not very nice.
I think in Inquisition I was romancing Josephine last, but I never finished. So we'll see.
The pirate one, I forgot her name. Someone, Annabella, maybe the pirate girl from Dragon Age 2 comes back.
I don't remember her name. I don't remember half the people I talked to today's names. So
that's fair.
That's fair. That one.
I just remember the picture. Someone put the picture like up on a TikTok, and I remember it floating past. But and obviously you've watched Vox Machina, so you're.
No, sorry, what's that?
I know, right?
What now?
I don't know. I don't even know. So fun fact though, I had not watched any Critical Role. Like I seen clips and stuff like that, but like I had not watched Critical Role, and I had not seen Vox Machina before it won the vote to watch in this current rewatch series that we're doing. I was iffy on watching it because I was like, how good could it be? Like I thought it wouldn't be great because like, it's this, animated series based on I was really good. I'm really enjoying it. Like very surprised how much I'm enjoying it. And this cat is
you never knew you'd get out of hosting Dragonmount.
Exactly. The cool part for me is we've seen a lot of, and I've talked about this a bunch, but we've covered a lot of, especially with the Wheel of Time TV show, we've covered a lot of different adaptations, like book to TV show, book to movie, animated to live action. This is very different type of adaptation, and it's been interesting to see the writing liberties that they've taken and different choices that they've made for things that just obviously wouldn't work as part of like a television show versus like when they're playing a live action game at a table. So it's been fun to watch.
Oh, and for an adaptation too, and the fact that the voice actors themselves get to do most of the adaptations themselves and work with that so closely. It's the things that maybe didn't work out quite so well during the campaign, you can tweak a little bit there as you go. And I can't even like the way they worked in Ashley's. What was she filming at that time? What was the movie that she was filming, or the show that she was filming?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
And Ashley Johnson had to go for a while.
Yeah, I don't remember. We talked about it last week. Someone will, Noman Garden will probably
rework that.
And she comes back in this episode with her astral. Like they did the astral projections in in the live play when she would call in remotely, because that was the only way. No, it wasn't Last of Us. It was I'll look it up. It was something else. The where is it? Oh, he did Thundercats too. Oh wait, no, he wasn't. He was Tigra in Thundercats. Okay.
Yes, I forgot about that one. That was the one I was thinking about the other day. I love Thundercats.
So she would call in, do like a video chat to their sessions, and they kind of worked. The way they worked that into the story was pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it's very, very different than when they did it in the live play. From what I've read, I've watched a lot more clips of the live play since we started doing this, but I still haven't the episodes are just so long for me to sit and watch right now. I found a couple of podcasts that I could do like when I'm doing other stuff, but the episodes are just too long for me to sit and watch at the moment.
Ooh. So if you want one that really kind of cuts through the side play, the table talk, the stuff that really kind of slows down the progress of the game.
Yeah.
So it started off, I think, as independent, the Midst podcast by Third Person. They got picked up and sponsored by Critical Role later on. Have you heard of that one, or have you listened to it at all, or anything by Third Person?
No.
It started off with live play improv that they turned into a fantastic fucking podcast. It is
That's
amazing.
Awesome. Okay.
And the voice actors are just incredibly talented. They've showed up on a few other podcasts too. Like they just had a cameo on a Midnight Burger podcast that was just the second I heard them start talking, I was like, oh my God, that's Third Person. That in Midst, I think, is in like its fourth season or so, and it's expanding, and it's on the Critical Role YouTube channel as well.
Okay. Where's my post-it notes?
MIDST.
There's my post-it notes. I'll write that down so I remember. And if I don't put it on a post-it note and then stick the post-it note to my monitor to remember for later, I won't. Because ADHD is fun.
The neurospicy thing.
It's real.
There we go. Okay. And Luna has I think he's going to the bathroom now. Are you playing in any tabletops currently?
Not lately. Plus, we used to. Ryan Chesney did a few one-shots with us, but trying to do that online with both Stephen and me at the house, bogging down our 4G internet, it was just so hard. So now I mostly play when we go to cons, do the one-shots there, and just get my fix in whenever I can. The local one that we had been playing kind of fell apart over COVID, so now we keep talking about trying to, and it's just not happening.
That's fair. And Ryan Chesney, if anyone has gone to JordanCon, he's the one that runs the gaming track at JordanCon.
Yes. He's one of the best DMs and GMs that I've ever had. His games, especially his Call of Cthulhu games, will leave me like crying with laughter.
I played in a it was like a little bit more than a one shot. Where we did it was like a high school Call of Cthulhu game that was a lot of fun. We were on, I think it was no, we were in college. It was a college Call of Cthulhu game. It was set on a college campus. It was a ton of fun.
Oh, nice.
We were talking about it.
My favorite universe.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just so much nonsense that you could do with it. And specifically, there's a game out right now that kind of plays with the cosmic Lovecraftian horror story a bit. That's fun, called Once Human.
I keep seeing ads for that on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Like especially for a free to play game. Like it's not one of those. I hate pay to win games. Mm-hmm. I hate any games that have any kind of pay to win aspects or like time save aspects where you get to pay to jump levels or things like that. Those are frustrating. All of the microtransactions are for cosmetic bullshit, so that's fine. If that's the way they support this game, which is completely free, and they've done lots and lots of content updates and stuff for, that's fine. The storyline though is really cool. The cosmic horror element of it is a very different take on the normal Lovecraftian thing. It's like the humans found a energy source out in the universe, and they tried to tap into it, and it accidentally was a great old one, and it started infecting the planet, and that's basically the post-apocalyptic fallout. Yes, they pushed it. is
This is how the world will
the
end.
results. Yep. I mean, I would rather that at this point, to be honest with you. To just be perfectly honest with you.
It does sound more fun than polio or mumps.
Or mumps, yeah. Oh God. Anyway.
Ooh, so that is, as a teacher, I live and die by breaks. And so that is Baldur's Gate 3 is my plan for winter break. That's my
nice.
Baldur's Gate 3 is a ton of fun. I started an evil playthrough after I finished my main playthrough, and I had seen people posting that they didn't have any of the stuff included for the evil playthrough yet. Like a lot of the cinematics were just like cookie cutter ones and like placeholder ones because they didn't finish it yet. But in the last couple of months, they've completely put out huge updates for an evil playthrough. So I think I might do an evil playthrough now.
I cannot speak to anyone, but I played so much Baldur's Gate, like the old Baldur's Gate on my PS2.
Oh yeah,
so much of that game.
Absolutely. One of the games I usually make sure I always have an emulator for was Baldur's Gate, the first Baldur's Gate, which I think Gray Griffin, who does a voice in the show, also did voices on. She did voices on 1 and 2, but not 3. She so far has the most voice acting credits that we've seen on the show so far. She's got like 800 voice acting credits. Matt Mercer's got like 500 or 600. Yeah. She has 800, like 780 something.
Wow, seriously. It's Lynn Dorello, right?
No, I think she does several voices. She does, I think, Delilah Briarwood too. Where is she?
Oh, she is.
I have her picture in here. Where is she? There she is. That's her.
What do I have? Oh, yes.
So she does Delilah, but she does a lot of voices in the show. She does a lot of voices, period. She's done so many. This is around the time when I tell people, though, I'm gonna get everyone ready for the stream of the show. So I'm gonna put the link to our watch party in chat. And as per usual, I have, if it works, I have the window capture of the timer. So if you want to align with the timer and not do it's not in the right spot. All right, I'll fix that. Where is it?
Blame it on Luna.
Yeah, it's Luna's fault. There it is. Haha. I just have to resize it because for whatever reason it never stays the same size. If you're not watching it through our
aliens.
It's definitely the aliens.
Ocean
UAPs. You can align however you're watching it through whatever legal mediums. I'm sure you can align with the timer there and watch that way. So I'll give everyone a couple minutes to get that ready before we jump in. So
I do want to goals, Tom. Next week is Thanksgiving break. I want to try to stream some sort of game, even if it's just 7 days or something.
Okay, sure.
I want to do it. I want to try it.
Okay, so we'll Crystal and I will talk about that after stream tonight. But keep it. We'll probably, if we land on something to be able to do, we'll talk about it next week for sure.
Okay.
But I'm down. I'm totally down. I'm going to be here, I believe, for Thanksgiving. I think we're staying here, so we'll see. And what do you guys? So what do you guys do for the holiday? Do you get together with family? Is there a specific food that you look forward to?
All the food.
Yeah. I haven't met a Thanksgiving food I don't love. Since I turned 19, I've been the one who's insisted on cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So everybody comes here, like we have my in-laws and my parents, and I cook for everybody because I love it. I start cooking on like Tuesday. Like I make the pies and stuff early,
nice.
And slowly start working towards the big event.
Oh, nice.
My wife does all the baking. I can't bake. It's too precise for me. I can cook because you can cook on feeling. You cook off taste and feeling and things like that.
But baking with your heart.
Yeah, exactly. But baking, you got to be there. There's too much maths in baking, and I've never been good at that.
But also, I do not eat a lot of green beans throughout the year, but I adore green bean casserole. Like, I don't know what it is. I could make it at any time I want. I only eat it once a year, but I eat an absurd amount of it, and it's better the next day. Actually, all of Thanksgiving is better the next day.
You're not wrong.
Except for maybe the turkey.
Yeah. It's the hash brown casserole for me that like that one becomes breakfast. Like everything else can be leftovers for lunch, turkey sandwich, whatever, but hash brown casserole becomes breakfast the next day if there's any left.
A friend of mine turned me on to something that they do over in Europe a bunch called bubbles and squeak, which is basically taking all the leftovers and just kind of throwing it into a bowl and mixing it together. I had done that already. Like that was something that that's how I eat my food normally, is usually just like cut it all up onto a plate, like my mashed potatoes, corn, turkey, ham, whatever it is. And then it just kind of gets mixed together because I'm a child.
So I'm a weirdo and I don't really have a microwave. And so I have these old like plates that can go in the oven, and they are the very best at Thanksgiving because I literally just pile everything into one big mash and eat that. Aww.
That's like the breakfast hash, which is the best thing for anything.
I want to try deep frying a turkey one year. I know like every year there's like 100 fires that people call in from,
Okay, but you can't be dumb. You just have to put the turkey in and measure the liquid. That's the only problem. It's the only problem.
You gotta fill it with water, put the turkey in. If it doesn't overflow, take the turkey back out, mark where the water is, and then fill it with oil.
Yeah.
And always do it outside.
Good.
Always do it outside, far away from the house.
Read the instructions and follow them.
Yeah, that's that.
Instructions. Bob.
Yeah.
Who needs those? Make the oil hot. Put the food in the oil. No.
People who are flammable need those.
That's true. That reminds me of one of my favorite jokes from, I forgot the comedian's name. I'll shout it out in 10 minutes. He said, if you are flammable and have legs, you are never blocking a fire exit.
Oh, that's Mitch Hedberg, I think.
Mitch Hedberg. I couldn't remember his name. My brain didn't want to.
I love him. He was a wonderful human. I got a chance to meet and hang out with him a couple times.
That's awesome.
Such a good person.
He had such good material. Way too young. Died way too young.
He was very much that person off stage too. Like very humble, very shy, he's a good people's.
Cool.
Good people's. My favorite is the one about oh gosh, when you put your name in at a restaurant and they're like Dufresne, party of three, Dufresne, party of three, and then they move on and we never know what the hell happened to the Dufresnes.
What happened? Oh. Are they stuck somewhere in a ditch? I don't know.
Oh, and the receipt for a donut. I've used that one a lot in my life. Nobody needs a receipt for a donut.
I file it under D for donut.
Anyway.
So we'll get ready to press play on our show now. I'll give everyone a countdown for those who are aligning the timer and stuff. I will press play on the timer. It's like a 2-second delay on the timer. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and play.
There it goes.
Yay. Okay. And as always, I suggest using the subtitles because sometimes we get some fun little tidbits.
I really have, I would say my favorite animation was always Sailor Moon. I watched Dark Crystal, but I have not watched a lot of animation as an adult, and I wasn't sure going into this how I was going to feel about it. And other than the fact that I have a hard time watching it because I have a stage 4 clinger with my little 3-year-old, I have enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It's just harder to watch than Avatar was because he could just watch that with me.
Yeah, this is definitely not 3-year-old approved.
No.
And I love that most of the episodes kind of start off with a reminder. They set the tone to say, hey, this might be a cartoon, but it ain't for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I think we talked about this last week, but I don't know if you guys know this. The actor who plays Professor Anders there.
Stephen Root, yes.
Yes, I love him.
He is amazing.
He's so great.
And the thing that he's been Milton and this and so many great characters.
Yes.
That's funny. He has quite a range for sure. There's our Milton.
Milton.
I believe you have my sleepers.
Do you have one of him in Barry?
Oh, from Barry. Shit, I forgot about Barry. No, I didn't. I didn't. I had a picture from last week.
Oh, what's his last name? Monroe Fuchs or something like that in Barry.
I had a picture from him from True Blood last week, though.
God,
'Cause-
he was in True Blood.
yeah, he was the vampire that was selling his blood to Lafayette, my favorite character in that show.
Oh, Lafayette. And you
I'm
have to like this episode alone. And you've got Dominic Monaghan as Archie.
I know.
You've got Rory McCann as Duke Vedmeyer. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just and Stephen Root as Anders. This is a great freaking cast, just for
Just in
people
case.
who show up and die.
Yep. Just in case people don't remember who Rory McCann is. It's the hound. There you go.
Mhm.
And he's also Yarp.
Yarp. Yep. Oh, I love that movie.
Yep.
Shit.
And you've got
my
Mary.
brain is like Shaun of the Dead. It's not Shaun of the Dead. It's the other one.
Dawn of the Dead?
Fuzz.
What are you talking about?
Is it Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz. That's
Yes.
it. Hot Fuzz.
Think-
There we go.
Yep, my brain went there too.
Yep.
I had to pull it back on track.
Yep. But Stephen Root, back to Stephen Root. He has his acting in this episode is crazy. Like he plays, I mean, I know he can really do like creepy, evil, like super evil voice very well, but like he really pulls off like the sinisterness of this character very, very well in this episode.
It's such a dark character, yeah. And and this is, I think, I'm really glad that I ended up doing the slot for these two episodes because I think Scanbo and A Silver Tongue are two of my favorite episodes this season.
Hey,
You know, partially because you get to focus one episode each on both of our gnomes.
Yep.
And Scanlan is just bards can be annoying, but I freaking love Scanlan.
Oh yeah.
So amazing.
And fun fact, they also made Professor Anders a bard. He is a bard of loosely based on a bard, but like of the Silver Tongue college. Like the College of Glamour, I think it's called. The one that focuses mainly on speech and speaking. But that's how they modeled him, at least, which is pretty cool. And that's obviously what?
Said he could be a gleeman.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A very evil gleeman. Though I think it might hit home close for Crystal though, because he is a teacher and he wants to murder his students. So minus the murder part. She doesn't want to murder her students.
Never felt that way, not one time ever.
No, just the parents.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm certain.
No, this is accurate most of the time.
And I was trying to find who plays, because it's not listed on IMDb who does Lord Frederick, but it's what's his name? Stuart Jeff? No. Tealson Jaff or whatever. I can never pronounce his name.
Oh, he does Lord Frederick too?
Yeah, he does him and his father. He does Percy and his father. He plays both parts.
Oh wow.
And Grey Griffin does the mother, which is not surprising.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of first. Lady Dobrillo.
Yeah. She does she does the mother. Only for the one episode. I'm surprised they didn't try to get like, I don't know, some random, crazy big actress for that one too.
Why not? Let's just go for broke.
We had
in the behind the scenes in a tiny part in the first episode, didn't we?
Yep. They said when they were like reaching out to people, they were just like shooting for the moon, expecting College of Eloquence. That's what it was. My brain did not want to say eloquence. They were just like shooting for the moon and hoping for the best, and like they were surprised when all these people kept saying yes. Taliesin, maybe.
Oh, the pronunciation. Is that how you say it? I never knew.
Jeffy? We had an author at JordanCon once named Stuart Jaff, and he pronounced it Jaff, which is why I said that.
I know Stuart. Yeah. That's one of those things that I hate it when there are names that I've only ever seen and never said, and then suddenly I have to say them. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. At least it's not Wheel of Time-esque. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't even apologize with Wheel of Time or most of Brandon Sanderson books.
No.
I know we, at least here, we never hold people to pronunciations because I always go off of the George Lucas methodology on that. Is it's a big galaxy and everyone pronounces things differently.
Yep.
That was
That's not how we say it in my village.
Exactly. Some reporter asked him why Billy D. Williams says Han and other people say Han Solo, and Billy D. Williams always said Han. He's like, it's a big galaxy. People have different accents. So
this would require you to go and to actually look at them, though, Glenn. That's not what I do.
Yes,
I read the word and I make it in my head, and then it is what it is.
Yep, because I read all
20
of
years
the
later,
guides.
Yeah. 20 years later, I listen to the audiobooks and I'm like, huh? What? Who?
Then I want to call Michael and tell him he said that name was wrong. That's not how you say that. Michael and Kate.
They're so great. Have you met them?
No, I have not been at a con they've been at.
Oh, okay. They're pretty fantastic. And they will stay up until the wee hours of the morning dancing at the dance parties, which is also a lot of fun.
So does Maria, which was maybe one of my favorite moments. I was like, oh my God.
Maria Livingstone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Grog losing his ale again.
I know.
I know this feeling. Must not murder. This is the time that I wish I were on Teams meetings more often. We could telework more often because I lost my in-person face while I got used to having Teams meetings without the camera turned on during COVID. I got so used to being like all the time because nobody could see me. It was great. Yeah. It was amazing.
Oh God, you don't have you have to put on your
a school psych that will regularly text me in our meetings being like, fix your face. I was really good with mask. Mask was great.
RBF?
Yeah. I have really bad RBF. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm a nice person.
My poor husband has that resting mean face the same way. And if he's thinking or if he's just, just whatever, he looks like he's about to kill somebody. And he's got, the smooth dome. People regularly stop him and say, thank you for your service, because he just looks like a big bruiser military guy, I guess. But
it's a shaved head.
Like the biggest teddy bear.
He is. I can attest to that. And he gives pretty good hugs.
No.
He does. And he gets upset when he's sitting at my table for me at cons because he's afraid that his face will make people not come. So when he actually sells a book, he gets so excited. He's like, people weren't scared of me.
It is pretty great. The we played a game at Multiverse
Ransom
Con.
Notes. Yeah.
Yes. He and I have very similar senses of humor.
He's just quiet. You have to pull him out first.
Yeah.
Finally get to go to Disney.
I say that to my students, Rapunzel. Most of them who've known me for a while know that. He's just thinking. It's fine.
Yes. I'm just thought I'm not angry at you or your parents.
The animators for this show are pretty fantastic. I don't know. I've mentioned it before, but I'm not sure if you know, Ashley. The animators for the animation team that worked on this is the same animation team that worked on the 90s and early 2000s and mid 2000s DC stuff.
Oh,
yes. I remember you saying that when you were talking to Reverse BLT.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch those, though. It made me want to go back and look those up because the animation is fantastic in this.
You should. But the writing on those also is some of it's literally the best DC anything I've ever watched. It's the best. Wow. Absolutely the best. Batman, it starts with Batman the Animated Series, goes into Justice League, then Batman Beyond, even Static Shock was a lot of fun. And that's all in the same universe.
I've got these potions. This is why I love this episode. This is Scanlan at his ultimate bardiest.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's just a chaotic good romp. But if you're playing a bard and you're not playing a chaotic alignment, you're not playing a bard.
It's true. I played a bard that was a comedian. He was a stand-up comedian in a game once. I was College of Eloquence, which is hilarious because I couldn't remember the name of the thing. But we talked about this before, but I think the reason why like the tropey horny bard character is way less annoying than it usually is at a D&D table is because he actually sings. Like he actually sings these songs and is amazing.
Yes.
Like
I wonder, do they actually have like a playlist of these songs recorded somewhere that you?
Man, I hope so.
Because that would actually be a lot of fun. Some of those are catchy as hell.
Oh yeah, in episode 1 when he sings the song that he sings in the bar, there's a second verse to it that plays during the credits, during the ending credits. So if you wanna, you can go back and listen to it.
Yes.
And you can hear the second verse in the ending credits.
I want to make "Pull My Beads" my ringtone.
Yep, that was it. It was the Pull My Beads.
Yes.
That's the one that it was.
And yes, and here where he's serenading what he's doing, and this is
Yep.
me in real life. I have to sing
me
what I'm
too.
doing all the time.
All the time.
This is why we're friends.
Yes. I also sing at my cats all the time.
Ah, yes.
Do you make up songs? Because that's what I do all the time. Yeah, I
just make them up.
And there goes the plop.
So in the other episodes, now obviously Matt Mercer plays a lot of characters in this, but also I think Lord Vetemire needs to get his gut bacteria check because that did not look like a healthy poop.
No, he should not fall like that when you stand up.
No. In the other episodes, they hide Matt Mercer characters. The animation team hid Matt Mercer characters throughout the episodes without his knowledge. Like they didn't tell him that they were doing that. And it's usually a character that's getting like, the short end of a stick from either the Vox Machina like team or, just in the episode itself. But in this episode, I feel like they just like phoned it in for that. Like they stopped trying because he was in. Well, I mean, sometimes like he's just a random guard and it's fine. But like this time, he was this character that's standing in the background over there. He's got the eye patch on. You could definitely see it's him. This one, they modeled him after one of the ghouls. But in this episode, they just labeled him as the one that's the DM.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. That one you can't even tell. He looks like all the other ones. It's just, he's the DM, so that's Matt Mercer. I really feel like I feel like they forgot to do it, and they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, we put a group playing D&D in this episode." So
it's Matt Mercer in spirit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I loved. I think that was one of my favorite cameos too.
Is the timer lined up? I had like a 60-second ad, and I think I'm off now. Like,
yeah. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, okay. So it's not. I'm at 10, 20, 19, 18.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Oh no, yeah, there we go. It's only off by like a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's better. Now it's lined up.
Rapunzel, I feel you on the cats. Mine will typically get up and leave if I start singing while they're on my lap. They'll look at me and then take off.
This is what I always imagine the fire breathing potion does. Is what was just happening there. I never.
You're not just breathing it; you are like Linda Blair spewing it.
Yeah, that's what I envision. Oh yeah, I always envision that.
Yeah. I still just love I have no idea what these potions do, but I'm going to take them and save the day.
And that's I mean that's
chaotic
basically.
At best.
Yeah. I mean, and there's always at least one person. If it's not the bard, there's always at least one other person in the group that will do that. They put the helmet on before checking what it does. They drink the potion. They eat the thing. They press the button. They pull the lever. Yep. Whatever it is.
And I think most of their alignments are chaotic, aren't they?
Probably.
I think,
or neutral at the very least.
Yeah.
In one of my campaigns, there was just a sword sitting on in a room on like a sword stand with severed hands around it, and they were just like, "Oh, let me pick that up." It was cursed with "You can never put the sword down."
Oh, nice. One of my favorite campaigns that we did, or favorite characters at least that I played, was one of the ones that Ryan did for us. It was an index card RPG, a Weird West one. and my character Hella Della Monroe came across a slab of bacon in a cave, and she was also a chaotically aligned character, as they usually are, and she ate the slab of bacon and slowly started turning into a demon pig of some kind, like, throughout the rest of the game. So by the end of the game, I had hoofs, or I had trotters, and I had a snout, and, like, different things were kind of erupting by the time we finally finished the game.
I love it.
It was fantastic.
This
I will always
scene-
eat the cursed bacon.
Perfect. Well, hey, listen, that's fine. Oh, we might be getting another friend.
Ooh.
There he is. It's
You
Luther.
should remember that spell, Scanlan. Become a giant purple triceratops. Or what was that beast called in that world? Did that have a name, that creature?
I think it's still just a triceratops. I don't remember it having a different name.
I don't remember either. I don't remember the creatures very well.
Lanfear is the only one that doesn't come in here and visit me on my desk.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. She used to sleep in my lap when I was on the computer, but now she hangs out. We have a cat tree by a window, so she gets to watch cat TV all day.
No.
That's where she spends most of her time.
Oh
She is very much where you, like you were saying before before we got on, your husband is sending you pictures of the cats in his lap now that you're not there to provide the lap. We do our like Luna is my cat. Like he always follows me around. He always chooses me over Aaron, and Lanfear, Aaron's cat. Where Luther just kind of splits himself between us.
Yep, I'm the preferred mama. So I like to send him the gift from dinosaurs all the time. Not the mama. But
we were talking about
there,
that.
They'll choose
recently.
him. Oh, Skeeter, yes. Doors are such bullshit. That I love that they work a door into every single episode.
Oh yeah.
They cannot open doors.
And I love how they spend so much time at, like, there's one episode where they spend like a bunch of time at the door trying to figure stuff out, talking about if it's trapped or whatever, and then it just ends up like they just walk up and like he picks the lock, picks the lock in like 2 seconds and opens the door.
There was one of the campaigns. Who was it? Scanlan that took damage from a door that they're trying to open.
Probably. The other thing, the other show I forgot to mention last week, but I definitely wanted to bring it up while you were here to see if you've seen it. Who in Chad and you guys, have you seen Delicious in Dungeon?
No.
Watch it immediately. Oh, here we go. And
here it is. Yes.
Yeah, the image from our.
Yeah, I love that this was the thumbnail right here.
Oh yeah, I had to. Absolutely.
The best. It's swashbuckling with middle finger. I mean, I have dreamed about this.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. I think this show does a great balance of humor and seriousness and violence and everything. Like I think they do a great job. And Grog, and then there's just Grog. Grog's his own thing.
Yeah, and it's very
put it on my own post-it. Doing it.
Is it Delicious in Dungeon?
Delicious in Dungeon. It's fantastic. It's on Netflix.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to go find.
Yeah, watch it.
I need more things to add to my watch list that keeps
so good.
My watch list and to be read list is pretty much endless.
Oh no! And Ashley is. I used to know what the word for that. That has a name. The weird loading screen thing.
Buffering.
There she is.
So I come to a hotel so I don't lose internet, and it just told me it kicked me off the internet.
Son of a bitch.
Rude. I keep waiting. We have these crazy like 60, 70 mile an hour wind gusts right now that are terrifying. So I keep waiting to disappear.
Dang.
And of course he had to originate the electricity in his crotch and shoot it up into between Vedemire's legs too.
Yes. I wish he still had the rainbow cod piece on.
Oh yeah,
that was just amazing.
It was. This is like, I just want to remind everybody, Vedemire is Rory McKinnon, who played the Hound. He does good voice acting. Like if I didn't know that was him, or if people didn't tell me and I just had to guess off the voice, I wouldn't have guessed that it was him. He does good. He's good at changing his voice.
Yeah, I had no idea on him or Stephen Root. Dominic Monaghan I've picked up because I've heard him voice other things that were kind of
Yeah.
similar, but like, yeah, both. I had to look those two up. I had no idea until I went to IMDb. It's like,
I feel
holy
like
hell.
What's his character's name? His character, Archibald. The character that he plays is very it's almost his voice, but like at a deeper register, because his regular he has a Scottish accent. So
yeah, and he gets to really lean into it.
Yeah.
So Cassandra the Kestrel, is that so? Sam Riegel's daughter is named Kestrel. Is that is she named after her? Did you guys talk about that last week?
Well, his Sam Riegel's daughter was in last week's episode.
Was she? I didn't see that.
Yeah. So here, I'll show you the. I have the image.
I didn't ever catch that.
Where is it? There it is. So the in the beginning of the episode, I can't remember if it's episode 5 or 6. They sacrifice like a family to the Silent Lord or whatever his name is, Lord of Whispers, and she voiced the daughter.
I did.
She asks, "Oh, did we win a prize or something like that?" And that's Kestrel Riegel.
Oh,
but it might, they might have also named Cassandra after her too. I wouldn't put it past them. Okay, the second I'm gonna let the episode play into the second episode, and I will reset the timer and start it back up when the second episode starts for the people that aren't just watching in the watch party. Speaking of watching in the watch party, I will share the link to the watch party again.
Oh, that was great.
So it should start any second. Yeah, now the new one is starting 24:30. Okay. And I'll get it closer to the time. Is this the right? Why does it at the end of the episode? Why did you do that to me? Okay, I rewound it for you guys. I don't know why it started at the end of the episode, but it did. 24:30.
Amazon does that. If I'm starting the thing again, I don't want to watch the credits.
I know, and I made sure, like, because I knew it does that sometimes, like if I've watched the episode, but I went through and rewound all of them to make sure it didn't happen. So we should be the timers at the right alignment, and the episode should be playing now for everybody.
I'm showing Scanbo again.
Are you?
Yeah. Is it just me?
I don't know.
Or do I need to like go out and rejoin?
I had left and joined again because my time was way off.
Yeah, it should be Delilah with what's his face in the beginning.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rejoin.
Yeah, rejoin the watch party.
If you all over again.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. On mine. It's playing the right episode, so I'm not going to refresh it. So I just posted the link to the teleparty again in the chat. And if you guys are getting Scanbo again too. Okay, yeah, I will refresh it. Hold on, let me. Don't use the other link. I'll just start a new one because sometimes it does mess up. Though it's very rare that this platform messes up. So I will just redo it, and I will make a new link for you guys. This is like the second time this teleparty has messed up. It usually doesn't, and I will share it with everybody. So here,
it's
this
me.
is the new link.
I do curse electronics. It follows me. Things will break.
That's fine. It's because you're a wizard. Sorry, it was Dresden Files reference. All right, so that's the new link. And I will put it in our private chat too so that you guys can actually click on it. And it should be playing when you guys jump in.
Okay. So ignore the fact that I just dropped that in our Facebook chat, Tom. I'm just trying to grab it off the other computer.
Yeah, I understand. So now you should be seeing Light and Mercy, blah, 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 blah.
What do you mean you couldn't find that page?
Yeah, that's what it just said to me. It said page not found.
What the hell? We'll see what chat says. If it's
a cute little doggy, though.
It was. It was actually, I just got a horse when I refreshed.
Oh, I got a different dog. Lola. Lola. How cute.
Is it still not working?
I've got Ike. Nope, not yet.
Like it pulls it up when you go to join the party. Oh, I got a Dachshund. Holly. It's a different dog every time that says, sorry, we could not find that page.
So it said someone. No, is it just me that's in there? All right.
Okay, but which doggy, Skeeter? Now I'm invested. Which dog?
All right. I'll completely reload it again. Let me exit out of the browser and I'll.
Oh, Otto's cute.
I got Jax this time. Jax is very adorable.
Yeah, I closed it, so now it's definitely going to be gone.
Okay.
All right.
Glitchberry.
So, well, I really enjoyed the last episode mainly because of the level of humor that's in it, because it gets pretty dark throughout the rest of the series. So,
and that one starts with Percy's full backstory too, which gets really, really dark, and then Scanlan just dives in. Well, after he sets the tree on fire.
Yeah.
They're really good at dropping some levity.
I don't know how I missed it. I have to go back and rewatch the other episodes, or maybe someone in chat noticed it, or maybe one of you guys know. Vex calling Keyleth Kiki as like a pet name for her in this last episode. All right, I just did a new one. We'll see if it works.
All right.
So this is the new link. Yay! I see people joining now. So I think.
All right, drop it there.
Yay!
Other
dogs.
Yay.
But the episode.
Yay! Okay.
Tom, I'm gonna hop backstage really quick. I have a 6-foot blow up turkey in my front yard, and I can normally like see the edge of it from my desk. I'm gonna go out and just like make sure it's still there. So
it didn't blow away.
I'll figure it.
Okay.
I was really curious where that was going when it started with, I have a 6-foot
turkey. Yeah. She's got a little bit of a windstorm in the area right now.
Ooh. Now, where's Crystal located?
Kansas.
Oh, so wow, yeah, definite wind potential.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I would rather hurricanes or tornadoes, because to be honest with you, like at least the tornadoes, you don't have to have the anxiety of the buildup of the week before waiting for it to come kill you.
Yeah. Now, Huntsville's in Tornado Alley anyway, but where we are, we're somehow just like on the right part of the bluff, that like right on the edge of the Cumberland Plateau, and everything splits around us because we're southwest of Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. And where Huntsville it's like one of the number one worst places to live for tornadoes in the country, really. Every year it gets rated horrible. But
we got a bunch of tornadoes in the last hurricanes, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Something you guys don't see often.
Nope. There was like something like 30 tornadoes just ahead of the hurricane as it went through. And they did a lot of damage too. It wasn't like bullshit tornadoes.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of episodes. Okay, No One Garden. I just noticed it like when I was watching them. I just kept, while I was doing stuff on my computer today, I kept just like replaying. Now you have a 6-foot turkey in the house.
My 6-foot turkey was in front of my car. It was hanging on by only the outlet plug.
Perfect.
And was like flying in the wind.
Yes, under the chin.
Until tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really glad I went out there. He probably would have blown away. He was literally like,
he wants the turkey blown up now.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy. He float up in the background.
That was harrowing. And then I'm carrying this giant 6-foot turkey with the wind blowing like 50 miles an hour. So
you mean a sail? You mean you were carrying the sail?
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Well, that reminds me of a story of how I almost got killed by a fence in Hurricane Sandy in New York.
Oh God.
Yeah, my neighbor and I went outside for whatever reason during the storm because the fence was flapping around and we were trying to secure it again. I don't know why we did that. And there was already like 2 feet of water. like just in like on the ground, and the fence blew over, and fell on top of both of us and pinned us under the water.
Oh God.
God.
Yeah. That was funny. That was a fun
So
night.
wait, you leave New York after a hurricane and go to Florida
Move to
for
Florida.
the better weather?
Yep. Well, we moved
would've lost your
inland. Like
taste for it. Okay.
we moved, like I live at 120 feet above sea level now, so we're good.
Okay.
Anywhere I wanted to live in New York, like on Long Island, was going to be below sea level. Anywhere I could afford to live on Long Island was going to be below sea level. The town I grew up in is literally below sea level. It's like 6 feet below sea level or something like that. Long Beach.
I think our house is around 850 to 900 feet above sea level. I'm not really sure what. I'm really glad because everything else down below us floods constantly.
Yeah, well, see, but when you get that high, then you have to worry about like flash floods and mudslides and stuff like that. Because, depending on where you're at on the mountain range could be.
We are fortunately drilled straight into the sandstone bedrock, which was great for, securing the house, but not so great for excavating 9 feet of solid sandstone.
No, definitely not. Yeah. The fucked up part about the fence was when it landed on us, like you can't push it off of you because now it's got, a foot of water on top of it. I don't know if you know how much like 1 foot by 20 feet of water weighs, but it's a lot.
Well, especially if it's rushing water, because you've got momentum behind that too.
Yeah, we just kind of swam out from underneath it, and we both looked at each other like, wow, we're fucking dumb. And then we just went back in our houses.
Yes. Somehow we're not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that way. The big tornadoes that came through in 2011, April 2011 through here, that it took out all the power for weeks around the area because it just somehow followed the line of the like all of the giant power towers, that it just followed them and twisted these enormous structures of steel into just nothing. But I was thinking after that was my first real huge tornado experience in Huntsville, and I was just standing outside taking pictures. It's like, I'm one of those people that ends up on the news one day.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I am not, tornadoes don't worry me. I think they probably should a little bit more. I'm the person who goes outside to see if I can see it. What if it's coming at me? I want to know.
Yep. And I'm probably going to die in the house, so I may as well get a good shot first.
Yeah. You'll find me huddled in the bathtub with my cats.
I make sure the pets are safe. Like the kid and the tortoise and everybody are down in the basement. I'm just the idiot that goes outside.
All right, fair enough.
I think this is one of my favorite Keyleth scenes.
Yeah.
Screaming that, oh my God, it worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot. You have no idea who I am, and the last thing you remember is getting killed. I'm friends with Percy. I'll be right back.
Yes, as she's screaming at her. Yes. Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out what these things are. I'm guessing there's somehow, like, if you want to put it into D&D rules, they're kind of like living armor, because they're not like, there's like, I forgot the name of the thing that you can get. It's like some sort of golem, but it's not a golem that like wizards get. It's like a big giant metal robot thing that can follow you around in D&D. It's got a name. I don't remember what it is.
So this isn't something that's exclusive to like the Silver Tongue?
No.
Silver Tongue? Oh, so that was like
I'm thinking this is the thing, like, right before he activates them, he says, they gave us a lot of gifts or whatever. The Briarwoods gave me a lot of gifts. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's what these are.
And then we get the creepy tongue lip-flipping licking.
Oh God, yeah. And the fucked up thing is I can see Stephen Root doing that in my head. So
every time. I keep catching myself getting louder, and I'm trying not to because it's getting later here in the hotel.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get that crazy woman next door.
Yeah. I don't want to get like hotel security called on me for a live stream. If I'm going to get hotel security called on me for a hotel, it's going to be a better story. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's the creepy tongue licking again. Come on, man. No. I do love how, like, you've got so much going on with the team right here. They really, like, you would think that Pike's story going on off scene somewhere else would be just really jarring and jumpy with this one, but it brings, like, they're pairing this together so well with the team going through this, "You will be killed by your friends,"
Yeah.
with Pike reconciling that her team, her friends are not taking her off the path of faith, off the holy path, that she can be both. And I love how they played these two together. This was great writing.
Mm-hmm. The idea, like, it's like a crisis of faith while still like making like, and I like how they make her god kind of like, it's not like I'm making you choose, where I feel like if this was written in like the 90s or the early 2000s, it'd be like, you have to choose your friends or your faith. And this is more like, no, you are the one that defines this.
You're not getting you must be a pure paladin. It's like, no, you can drink and cuss and do crazy things. You just have to be a good person.
Exactly.
Just, so much a conversation for today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there she is. This is, I think this might be our final like character that we haven't met yet that is voiced, and it's voiced by Tracy Toms. She has a fantastic last name. I love it. She's done some stuff, not a lot. She's does both voice and like traditional acting. Obviously, she's been in Law and Order because everyone's been in Law and Order.
Oh, Glenn, you're right. I think I said paladin, but she is a cleric.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing though, with the idea of the religion, like a traditional like life. She's a life domain cleric, I guess. So like if you had like a healing paladin, or even just like the righteous paladin that follows their god to a T and things like that. Oh, this is what my character would do. Is always the excuse.
Yeah. And so usually it's when I want to do something bad that I use the "this is what my character would do" excuse.
Yeah.
Like eat the cursed bacon.
The idea, it looks like he obviously he's controlling Grog there, but it's like a direct control that's different than like a charm or something. So maybe that's what he was doing with the armors. Maybe they were just living armors that he can control.
He said he would have possessed Grog earlier if he'd known how much fun it would be. So is that something that's, see, I don't know anything about the School of Eloquence, or what'd you call the
College.
College of Eloquence.
Yeah. They there's a lot of interesting, well, and they made changes too in the new stuff, so.
True, because they have to be careful about copyrighted material.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're sticking, like Mercer is like completely moved off of D&D as the basis of his own personal one. So he's kind of created his own thing, which is good. I like
that. Vex.
Yeah.
Man,
I always mix them up. Vex and Vox I'll mix up forever.
Laura Bailey's voice, it's like caramel on velvet. I could listen to her read the dictionary, I swear. And it's so funny just picturing her as married to Grog.
I like their dynamic as characters. And I like I like Grog's dynamic with Pike. Sorry, I was thinking, I was looking at this picture, and that's what made me think of it, because we were talking about her a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I like specifically their, like, how they have Grog and how, like, you know, sad he was when she left, and how happy she was when she came back, and how he's not like just always the traditional barbarian, you know, idiot. I forgot to give people a warning about the about the gore in that part, but it was only a split second, hopefully.
Yeah, them chasing down the tongue was the greatest.
Oh yeah. And that's the way they do humor. They balance humor with, again, violence and seriousness, and
Yeah.
it's so good.
You've got Percy going full dark demon mode and everybody else chasing a tongue in the background.
Ooh.
And Grog gets to stab a tongue in the face.
Yeah. The one thing he does good is, or very well, is stabbing things. So leave it to him to stab the stuff.
Tanks are so much fun.
Especially meat shield tanks like a barbarian.
Yes. Is it then? Was it the next episode they run in and he gets shot full of arrows, like to begin everything, and then just gets really pissed off?
I think so.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. I think everyone started to figure out, by the way. Like, I think the group is now pretty sure that something weird is going on with him. Like, it's not just they're not just gonna. I think after this instance is when they stop taking his "it's nothing," like, don't worry about it, as an excuse. I'm trying to find.
It was bad enough in the prison when they were breaking out Archie, and he turned and pulled the gun on Vax, and they, you saw his eyes, you saw the smoke, and his just behavior after that.
And he straight up told him, like, if you do that again, I'll kill you. Such a the acting in this is so good too. Like, I know it's just it's voice acting, but it's fantastic. They do such a great job.
They really do. And this you can feel his guilt for not going back to check on her, to not verify. And you can still see, you can detect just that little bit of anger in her that he didn't, that running away wasn't her thing. It's, little jabs. It's, I want to be happy to see you, but I've been hurting and angry for 5 years too.
Yeah.
I just came back from the dead, so got that going for me.
The way they use it, the way they try to make him feel better about it, but they also use it against him. It's good writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing's black and white. It's complex.
Yeah, they go back and forth with so much stuff in this, and it's pretty fantastic. It's also this entire season is basically one character's backstory, but the way they do it to not just kind of sideline all of the other player characters or just the main characters of the show is pretty fantastic too. Like everyone kind of has their own agency and reason for doing what they're doing, and they did a good job of pulling all of the other characters into this storyline. Well, other than just, no, we'll come and help you with your thing.
Right. Everybody gets their own journey. Like, Scanlan last episode, Pike this episode as well. But the only one we really don't get this season is Grog, which I think second season focuses pretty heavily on Grog.
Yeah. And we also get bearded Grog, which is my favorite version for obvious reasons.
I can't imagine what that is. Yes, I think, Grog's the only one that we don't get a pretty rounded picture of, which, Vex and Vax, they talk a little bit about it, so we know basically what happened in their past with the dragon killing their mom, but we don't get the full up backstory until you get to what was the name of that campaign? The chromatic something. Crap, I'm blanking. The chroma something.
The chroma. Good points here. But we are allowing spoilers into season 2, just not season 3. So,
gotcha.
Just not season 3.
Gotcha.
I appreciate you, Skeeter, even if you're joking. The chroma conclave. The chroma conclave.
That was it. Yes.
It's in there. Like a steel trap. Rusted steel trap with holes in it.
Yes. And now the apparently 10,000 people who have died in this village.
I know, right? Like,
how big is the population, and why were they all armed already?
Yep.
Anybody die in old age?
No. No,
Really?
they all die with armor, weapons, and apparently giants. Undead giants is pretty scary. I will say, like the concept of there being undead giants, like is a fun thing to see.
Yeah.
As a DM, as a player, I would be terrified.
And there's plenty of undead giants roaming around, but did they bring those with them? Because there's no other giants that they've shown in this area.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning they have them. When they first get to White, what the fuck is the name of the town? Whitestone.
Yeah.
There's one there.
But the undead giant, though.
Yeah. An undead giant.
Yeah. So I was just wondering about, like, did they bring the undead giants with them, or?
Fair, Nomen Gardens, fair. We're just questioning the amount of armor the undead are wearing in this town, this little unassuming town.
It's like, did everybody somehow die as a? Because it was a very profitable and lush kind of agrarian economy with all orchards.
Yeah.
Wouldn't think necessarily huge standing.
They had the residuum or whatever.
Yeah,
which just in case anyone isn't up to date on their, inner Taldori lore, is basically there was a fight between giant magical armies and societies a bajillion years ago or whatever, and like that's what's left of the magics that they did. So it's a very magical enhancing product. They also make a drug out of it they make a drug out of it, and you find that out in the later seasons. Which it enhances magical ability and stuff like that.
I love that part with Pike. Any path can be a holy one.
And that's the cool I didn't see that before. Did you see the undead rat? There was an undead rat that he walked past. I just saw that. I missed it before.
You got Scanland.
You got Scanland. It's so great.
Yep.
This is, and also the I guess the diverse sexual positivity that's in this show is pretty great too.
Yes.
Specifically with Scanland, but everybody.
Yeah. He has no idea who he's walking up on. But
nope. I'm down for a little ugly bumping, he said. He said, ah! I'm sorry. And here we go.
He has limits. He does have limits.
And he draws the line at zombies. Good to know.
Yes. Because fuck me. That's why, that's, I think, what I was saying at work earlier. Fuck me.
I don't know. I have had more ads tonight than I've ever had on Amazon. Usually I get one the whole time we're watching. This is my fourth one, and they're all a minute and a half long.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I have not had. Okay. I'm not going to say I haven't had it. I already have. So now I'm going to knock on wood.
Yeah. Now you'll get 6 in a row.
I got the ads for everybody tonight.
Well, hopefully everyone make sure to go sign up for the class action lawsuit against Amazon for putting
absolutely.
ads on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
That's a good question. I don't know the Nomen Garden. I mean, that's why I got the timer, and the timer is lined up accurately now, so you should be good. I don't have ads, so because for you guys, I paid for the ad-free version so that I can at least keep the timer accurate.
I will be doing that before Wheel of Time drops, but I refuse to give them any more money. They already own a piece of my soul currently.
That's fair. Oh man, we don't get to see her entrance. But okay, all right. I'm gonna close out the watch party. So if anyone, if you're in the watch party, you will stay in it, even though I exit it. So feel free to continue watching the episode if you want. But we have other things to do here, and I will get rid of that for a minute.
Oh, that was fun. I love those 2 episodes so much. I'm glad I got to watch them again just to do this.
Yay!
And I introduced my husband to it too. He hadn't seen it, so I got him to watch it with me.
Oh, he hasn't watched the show at all yet?
No, he's not all the way caught up to the end of season 1, so he's not listening. No spoilers for him.
Fair. That's good. Because it's actually good. It's really decent. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that he's not getting spoiled because the writing is pretty good, and it's fun to it was fun to go through. I didn't look up any spoilers. I avoided them because, again, like I said, I didn't follow a lot of this stuff. But
I kind of checked in and out just periodically, just depending on what things were going on. So I've never watched a whole campaign.
Okay. I'll try. I have it written down. Rapunzel gave me a suggestion for one of the campaigns to watch like a couple episodes ago, and I still haven't started that, but I'm gonna try once. I have it in my note on from episode 4 when we were watching it, so I have to go back and open my notes, but I'm not sure. It's the length though that usually messes me up because I never remember where I was when I started up again, and I when I lose track of what was going on, it takes me forever to get back in. It's like for me, I can't do audiobooks as a first read through.
Mm-hmm.
I have to read a book first, so I think it might have something to do with whatever's going on in my freaking brain with that.
I don't catch all of it because you have too many other things in your brain. One
probably.
time. You can listen to the Wheel of Time because you know that inside and out. Yeah. I'm not waiting.
You can almost recite that book at this point.
If it's something that's a little bit lighter, like right now, I'm listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl for the first time, and that one I think lends itself really well to audio, partially because Jeffrey Hayes is an amazing voice actor too.
Yeah,
but that's one I can listen to, but something like most of like the Stormlight Archive by Sanderson, or I'm reading August Kit Cohen, This Mechas from Space by Alex White now. Those are a lot more complex that I do need to read first. Because like you were saying, you're listening to something while your eyes can focus on something else, your hands can do something else.
Yeah.
So there's distractions aplenty.
Fair enough. Wow, I just got lost for a second. What did I forget to do? There was no, I remember everything.
Luna?
No, well, he fucked a while ago. He has not come back yet. The cat bed is still empty. It's an empty cat bed. Though there is enough loose Luna hair, even though I lint rolled it out like a while ago. Still enough of him in there that he never really leaves my room.
Yeah, Stephen calls those the kitty spores around the house, but it's really unfair because actual kitty spores would spawn new kitties, and that would be amazing.
It would be amazing. I currently have 9 cats in my house, so it's pretty fantastic.
Oh,
there's so many kitties.
Yeah, our friends are refugees from Hurricane Sandy, and they brought their cats with them. So I get to go downstairs and pet different cats whenever I want, and it's pretty great. They are finally all pretty warmed up to me except one, and one of them isn't warmed up to anybody. Like, he avoids everybody. So he's he was a transplant that they got from Israel, actually.
Oh
wow.
Yeah,
we only have the 2 cats, but we also have a free-range parrot in the house.
What's its name?
Gosh,
Cleo. She's a sun conure who is 25 years old this year.
Oof.
Oh wow,
yeah, that's awesome. They can parrots go for a while though, right? Like
she's at her later years, like 25 to 30 years is really the longest that you're going to get with a conure, and she's definitely got some sundowning happening with her. But I've had her literally. I selected the egg that she hatched from.
That's pretty awesome.
She's been with me since she was just a hatchling little baby.
That's pretty fantastic. All right, so now is around the time when we get into our interview portion of our show. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do this one with you because I haven't got to do this with you yet. But before we do that, as per usual, who will we be doing this with next week? And let's see who that's going to be. Boop. So a lot of people in our chat probably will know Jess, the Amerlin Study. Also, there may be dark friends on podcast. She's pretty fantastic. We love her. I love her. We've been doing stuff with her since like Jordan Con 7, I want to say, when they first came. When she was still doing the White Tower podcast, she came with Jen as well, and they were a lot of fun. So I can't wait to hang out with her next week. And I saw her. If you haven't seen her stuff, you should definitely go check out her TikTok. She's been doing live reactions to Vox Machina, which is how I was like, hey.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she's I think she just finished. I think she just posted her finishing season 1. So they can. She's ready to go to watch with us. But that was when I saw that first one popped up. It was after we did episode 1, and I was like, oh, I gotta grab Jess. So I'm glad she said yeah. But before we do that, we get to go into our interview portion of our show. And for those who don't know what this is, I think everyone here does at this point, but I'm going to explain it again anyway. When I grew up, I loved Inside the Actor Studio with James Lipton. It was one of my favorite shows to watch. Like it would come on late at night on TV, and since I don't sleep, I've never slept well. 4 hours, between 4 and 6 is like my usual thing. Even when I was a kid, my mom gave up trying to get me to go to bed. I would just stay up and watch whatever I can get on the 7 channels we got on TV. And one of them was CBS, I think CBS. Yeah. And Inside the Actor Studio used to come on all the time, where he would, James Lipton would interview different actors. And if you haven't seen any of those episodes, Google his interviews with Robin Williams for some great ones. They're fantastic.
Those are the only ones that I've seen, because I remember seeing those floating around after his suicide, and they were so good.
So good. If you've seen those, you should check out the one with Anthony Hopkins. Well, one of any of the ones with Anthony Hopkins. I think he's done Anthony Hopkins a couple times. They're great, but really any of the episodes are great. Oh. The one that gives you the most feels is I forgot which episode. I think it might have been one of the Robin Williams ones. So he does it. The audience that's there is his James Lipton's acting class, because he's a teacher at Juilliard, and he always said that everyone always asked him like, oh, who's the person you want to get the most? Oh, I mean, anything Harrison Ford does is amazing. He's hilarious. And he said, I can't wait to interview one of my own students. Like I want one of my students to become an actor to which that we then interview. And in one of I think one of the first Robin Williams ones he did, what's his name? Fucking Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, damn it.
His name is jumbled up in my head right now. What the hell? What's his name?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. I was like Cooper. Cooper.
You cute.
There you go.
Having almost
Bradley Cooper was, a student in his class. Nobody, like nothing. Thank you. You guys got there. Yeah, you guys got there. He was a student in his class, and he just asked a question during one of the classes, but they got it on camera. And then years later, he finally interviewed Bradley Cooper. I think it was after he did that movie with Lady Gaga that I've never seen.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. So that's another good one. But there's a lot of feels in that episode, because I think James Lipton actually tears up. But anywho, at the end of all of his interviews, he would ask a series of questions. So like I kind of started doing that. I'm not going to say that Stephen Colbert also stole this from me, but in the last month and a half, Stephen Colbert started doing his own little bit at the end of his shows, where he would do the same set of questions with his people that he has on the show.
Jerk. Can we send him a cease and desist?
We should, because we might get the cease and desist from Inside the Actor Studio. So let's not.
Fine.
Is this a little bit between two ferns?
Yeah, I loved. Oh my god, so good. I love Zach Galifianakis, but like those freaking interviews are absolutely amazing. The Obama one was wonderful. He's got such a good sense of humor. Yeah, you gotta look it up.
That was amazing.
He's got such a good sense of humor. All right, anywho, here we go. Look, here comes an all. Wrong one, Tom. It was so calming and nice.
Fancy right now.
I know, right?
This is very posh.
It gives me a nice cut point when I make clips of this. Totally not why I did this though. It was just because it was, so pretty. You want to start us off, Crystal?
Yeah, sure. So first question, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, that one's easy. So the Ankylosaurus is the tankest of tanks ever created to roam this earth. If you guys don't know what the Ankylosaurus is, it's like a little armored car with a giant club for a tail all the way around. I mean, if you're going to be potential prey, be too much of a tank for predators to mess with.
That's amazing. That is also my son's favorite. That and the Diplodocus are his two favorite dinosaurs.
There it is.
There he is.
There's a version of it.
Yes, there's so many versions. I like the spiky ones, but they said that they probably didn't really have the long spikes on them. Yeah. I just really wanted them to.
They did recently. I saw. Maybe it's because we talk about dinosaurs so much, but I get a lot of paleontology stuff in my feed now. They discovered that Triceratops had pincers, not pincers. What do they call them? The pokey things coming out of their back, like
the shoulder spine.
No. Like a what the hell is the little dude with all the spines coming out of his back?
Like a porcupine?
Like a porcupine. Like, I couldn't even remember the word porcupine. Yeah.
Oh, he had quills.
What? Quills. That's the word. My brain is bad tonight.
I didn't see that.
If you don't have Luna.
Yeah, it's that, and also my Adderall has worn off at this point.
You better pick up on that.
I know. That Triceratops had quills, so they discovered that recently.
I did not see that.
It was pretty cool. Yes, you are the walrus, Peter. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Thanks. Yep, no riding Triceratopses.
Unless you're brave enough.
Well, yeah, that's true. So, all right, I forgot. Sorry, it's my turn.
You may go.
I'm supposed to go.
Scary face.
My screen froze at the on the dinosaur picture that I downloaded. It covered my whole screen for some reason. I didn't click bigger, and then when I tried to, I hit escape, and when I tried to X out of it, didn't X out. Anyway.
Well, now you know what your patron is.
Luna's gonna be so annoyed with you.
I know, and the Ankylosaurus was trying to kill my computer. All right, what is your favorite word?
I think right now I like ameliorate. It's a pretty word. It's just ameliorate. It sounds nice. It rolls off the tongue, and it means to make something better. So right now we could all use things made a little bit better.
Speaking of it, I'm going to ameliorate my mood by drinking some more of this.
And what is your beverage tonight?
As per usual, I'm a basic bitch. I have Cran Pomegranate and Tito's vodka.
Oh, wonderful. And the hotel bar was rather limited tonight.
Stella.
They had something. Nothing dark at all within like 5 miles of here, but hey.
All right. Well, what is your least favorite word?
Can it be a proper name?
Yes.
No, okay.
I know which one it is.
As tempted as I am to go there, I am a federal employee, so
we'll let it slide for now.
Let's say calories. Calories piss me off a lot, so I'm just going to say I hate the word in general.
Okay. It's another thing that you'd like to burn more of.
Yes, I'd like to burn a lot of those things down right now.
Yeah,
calories too. Yes, set hell on fire.
Yeah. And is there an everyday sound that you like in particular?
One of the reasons that we moved way out into the woods, I can sit there and listen to the wind in the trees for days on end. Like, I'm not happy unless I'm around trees. And part of it is just listening to the wind whistle through the leaves and hearing the movement of the wind, especially when we're sitting up there on the hollow and I can just trace all the way across. I get kind of like the Simba thing going on where it's everything you can see is yours. It's the Lion King.
My brain immediately went to the wind is neither a beginning nor an ending. Sorry.
Turning of the wheel. So I'm gonna skip back, Tom. What is your favorite like fantasy or fictional curse word?
I have to go with frack because frack from Battlestar Galactica worked its way directly into my everyday language just to keep me from cussing at work. Well, directly cussing at work in
Yeah.
ways that people would recognize.
Yeah.
And it's just the most basic part of my lexicon now.
I always liked oh shit, the from Serenity or Firefly, go ram it instead of goddamn it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like the evolution of words and the way that he played with them, and that was fun, even though he's a douchebag now, but always was, and we only recently found out, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think would make what science fiction or fantasy character from any genre, it could be anything, video game, movie, comic book, whatever you want, do you think would make the best roommate?
So this one will have people either like totally agreeing with me or totally thinking I'm crazy, but Steris Harms from Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn Era 2 series. So have you guys read that one?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Steris.
Oh, I have.
I would never have to organize anything again for myself for the rest of my life. She would take care of everything. Like, I really struggle with that. I need my house organized, but I can't be the one to do it because, hello, executive dysfunction.
Yep. You're in good company.
I need Steris in my life.
What was she? Was she did she have a medal? No. Did she?
She was her sister Mercy or Mercy. I'm not really sure how the actual pronunciation goes. She was she could burn metal, but
yeah, she couldn't.
Steris was just her superpower was being super left-brained, like crazy left. Yeah, she had notes and plans for everything that could ever possibly happen. Like there was nothing that could come up during the day that she had not planned out.
Yeah,
and made contingencies for.
I really loved so if anyone hasn't read Mistborn, the way he's writing it is fantasy. Like I think the Mistborn setting still had like a little bit of aspects of urban fantasy in it, but it was still fantasy.
Yeah.
And then hard urban fantasy in that second series, that series is my favorite so far. And then he's going to do a science fiction version apparently in the future. But I'm not.
It feels like Era 3 is going to go more like space opera.
I hope.
Yes, I love it. Steris would totally organize my writing notes for me, and I need a lot of help with that. Mine are a freaking mess.
Oh God, I definitely, as someone who similarly suffers from the executive dysfunction, I could totally use that. I have a lot of doom piles and doom closets.
Yeah, and then there's the drawers of things that will be organized at some point. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Someday.
Yes.
That's why my kitchen cabinets are half painted and there's no, it's hard.
Hey, most of my house is half built right now.
So the reverse of that, who do you think would make the very worst roommate and why?
So I'm going to stay with the same series on that one and say it would have to be Wayne. And as much fun as Wayne would be on a day-to-day basis, you never know when he might accidentally blow you up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always a chance that you're going to blow up.
Yeah.
Or he'll just swap you for everything that you need for that day.
Or someone who, wants to kill him may, happen at your house. Yeah.
Yes. Too much unexpected.
I'm totally there too. I think
Lynn gets me.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what? I would say it's probably my favorite out of them too. I really liked Alcatraz, and I love Skyward too. But Mistborn Era 2 is pretty great.
It is. There's so many great moments in it.
All right. Have you ever had, like, even as a kid or whatever, if you can remember, or if you have one now, maybe even a crush on a fictional character?
I don't think we have enough time for this list, Tom. Yeah. Okay. So let's start back when I was a wee child. So very first fictional crush had to be the foxy Robin Hood from the animation in the 80s. Because I thought that fox was hot. That was the hottest fox ever made. And
Was
how
he
many people I know talk to like,
foxy?
oh yeah, that fox.
He
But
could get it.
then, okay, so more recent, probably had a wholesome crush on Carrot from Discworld. And Captain Carrot,
Okay.
wholesome goals. He was kind of like the Samwise of the Discworld novels. He was the
Absolutely.
guy I would want to marry. But if we're gonna stick with who is my fictional husband, it's gonna be Dean Winchester all the way around.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love the supernatural. I keep seeing supernatural con clips in my feed too, and it makes me want to go to a supernatural con really, really, really bad.
Yeah, only if I win the lottery.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're surprisingly
They
very
really
expensive.
are.
Yeah,
The creation cons are very pricey.
yeah. I was like, wow,
But they
because
put
there's
on a
one in
great
northern
show for
Florida.
everything I see.
Oh yeah, definitely. They usually have them in like northern Florida, like only a few hours from here. But I was like, wow, that's like the actual supernatural con, like the one that's like supernatural con.
Mhm.
Oh,
And it's
gotcha.
that one's also very expensive. And I was like, okay, all of them are though for sure.
Okay. If you were given the opportunity to assume a vocation or align with like a particular entity in fantasy or science fiction or any realm of fiction, what would that be?
I'm going to take a look around the world right now and say Rebel Alliance.
Okay, all right. I like it. Rebel, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you want to be Rebel Alliance like original trilogy, or did you or have you seen any of like the Star Wars Rebels, like the animated series? Like, did you want to be
I have. I just mean like original trilogy. Just
original trilogy Rebels?
sign me up. Or even
In
with
the thick of things, are you going to be a pilot?
Yeah.
Call Me Red 5.
Nice. Fantastic. And then in that same kind of vein, is there like a job or a group that you would never want to be a part of in any of that?
As yeah, so if you've ever watched Lower Decks, this one confirmed it for us. You don't want to be the guy who cleans the holodeck.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that is yes. So much yes. Oh my God.
So much of something.
Oh my God. Oh God. A group of people who are on years-long missions out in deep
Yes.
space. The holodeck would be a mess.
Yeah, don't take a UV light there.
No.
Oh, God.
God. It brings a whole new meaning to the idea of a danger room, because I feel like that's
Yes.
similar.
Yeah, you're gonna get pregnant if you go in there.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what sexual organs you have, you're pregnant when you are.
Yeah, any species, you're gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Anyway, with respect to real world religions, is there a specific portrayal of the afterlife that you wish were true?
You said with like real world religions?
No, just
I
like
mean, you can.
being respectful.
Oh, gotcha.
Fantasy, like with respect to
Oh,
those.
being
Is there
respected.
one that
Gotcha.
you-
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to include
Oh.
mythology in it, you can. But.
absolutely.
No, and I think for me, the thing I really loved was Elysium and Pathfinder. That whole, and
Okay.
for me, this kind of fits in with my forest hag motif of just going to a sprawling, untamed wilderness that, no bosses, no authoritarian dictators, no rules. A little hedonistic, but it, still was good alignment, a little more chaotic, good alignment. And I loved the idea of it. I could just romp around the wilderness with my little druid beasties all day.
I love it.
A little hedonistic.
Yeah, but you can then live your full bog witch life and be happy.
Yes, absolutely.
They added they made a bog witch expansion for a video game that I play, and it's been pretty fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. That was so much fun.
I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Yeah, and if you want to come back for any episodes, if you mind dropping in with another guest, you're more than welcome. You're always welcome.
I would love it.
Yeah. I want to remind everybody who is coming again next week. That's Jeff from the Amerlin's Study and the They May Be Dark Friends podcast. So make sure to check her out, send her some love on Facebook and the Bird app and Instagram and Blue Sky now that everyone is on, including Dragonmount. If you go to the Dragonmount-Linktree, which is in all our socials, you can find our thing on there. And
I'm going to go find you there because I've left the Bird app.
Yes.
And
yes, as is most people because of the Elania muscaratina. Ruining things again. I wanted, where's the, oh, here it is. I was like, I have so many tabs open on my thing. I was like, before we go, I got to make sure I post Ashley's link again and make sure to send everyone over to her stuff for love and follows.
And I need to actually update my website again.
No, I mean, that's the ever-changing thing. Do you have
I need to
your
update my word counts? I do at least have more word counts than show on the website right now on book 4 and on Harrowers of Hell.
If just before we go, can you give your elevator pitch for your story again?
Sure. So, alternate universe, young adult fantasy, books 1 through 3 current. Book 4 will finish it coming out next year. It's like I was saying earlier, it is a subverted Chosen One story, beginning with your young teen demigoddess who's having a little trouble controlling her smiting finger. The world is trying to fall apart around her, and because she's the only demigoddess with her powers living currently in the world, which is a flat world of Avum, a little homage to Discworld, everybody blames her. So, of course, it falls to a teenager to go out and try to prove that she's not the one and save the world and stop the meddlesome dark gods from actually destroying the world in her stead.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, book 1. The series grows beyond that one and grows up a little bit more with her. Book 1 can be a little bit middle grade, but the rest of the series grows past that. It gets a little bit darker and a little bit grimmer.
Okay. And of course, there's the feline sidekick that we saw earlier.
Oh yes, there are multiple talking cats because all cats should talk.
Yes.
Well, I totally agree.
Cats should talk.
And the next book also gets fire-spitting birds. They also shit fire, but that's another story.
Only after Taco Bell. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm so glad to see your face more than once a year because I miss you guys a lot.
I know, but at least we also have multiverse.
Yeah, that's true. And chat, thank you for coming and hanging out with us, everybody. Great questions tonight. And as always, you provide me like this is my like I get to people so much more than I usually do in my day-to-day when I crawl into my cave and disappear from everybody during the week. But Monday is when I get to people. I always feel invigorated. It feels nice. My wife doesn't like it because I'm up until 3 o'clock in the morning after this because I can't go to sleep because I'm like, yay, energy.
Poor Erin.
Yeah, she gets frustrated with me, but it's fine. It's just another thing to add to the list. I make up for it when I cook, so I make up for it. That's how I make her happy. Anyway, I love all you guys. Thank you for coming out, and I guess that's it. So say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.